I chose the LL.M program at Tao over other international schools because I think that although I chose the international law and human rights track at Tao, the breadth of courses was much more than I would get in a specialized LL.M at another university. For example, if I did international law at another university, all my courses would strictly deal with international law, by and large. Whereas at Tao, I got to study legal theory, I got to study comparative constitutional law, and a lot of other courses. I had a lot of academic freedom, and that to me was very attractive. And also, Israel is a very complex socio-economic and political landscape. So studying human rights here was a very attractive proposition for me. In terms of the international law and human rights track at Tao, I think the most attractive aspect is, as I mentioned earlier, the breadth of the courses, and also the fact that even the international law courses are taught from an institutional perspective. So you don't study international law in isolation. You study it as like how actors in international law interact with domestic actors, how institutions within international law interact with each other, and that is the general approach of the faculty also. And that to me, like when I saw the course manual, when I applied for the program, I found that extremely interesting, that kind of approach, which I which really seemed unique to me, and which also I felt that I could take ahead in my career. The offerings are quite diverse, and you have a lot of freedom in how you structure a course. So even if you pick a particular track, you're not necessarily bound by a set list of courses. You can, apart from the seminar and the workshop, you really have a lot of freedom in how you structure your program. And even for the seminar, you can pick what you want to write on in consultation with your supervisor. So I think there's a lot of academic freedom there as well. In terms of the professors, I think Tao was a really enriching experience, not just because of the in-house faculty who are all excellent, but also because we had a lot of condensed courses where we had professors from all over the world, including India, Italy, the US, who came in and taught us. And I think that exposes you to a variety of legal cultures, a lot of traditions in academia also, a different way of thinking for each course. And I think that has definitely broadened my horizon, and it's not just about the substantive content that you learn in the course. You also learn a different way of approaching legal problems when you're taught by people from all over the world. It's very vibrant. You see people from all kinds of places, and you get to meet new people, and there's always something happening because the law faculty is not the only faculty on campus, so there's always something or the other going on, and you're usually welcome to join. So you have a lot of experiences that you can participate in. For example, there are food festivals that happen. There are fairs where students from each country, including India, Brazil, they host a festival where they try to expose you to their culture. And especially when India Week happened, it made me feel close to home. And it also gives you an opportunity to, partake in other cultures, which I think is why you're in an international program. To be honest, I used the library mainly for research. Whenever I wanted to work, I would just find a cozy nook in the university, sit there, do my research, write my papers, because the campus is beautiful, and there's so much place that you can sit and where you can, really enjoy the weather. And so I don't think I spent a lot of time physically inside the library. And as far as the beach is concerned, that was definitely a highlight because there's a beach very close to the university. So sometimes, my friends and I, we would just walk there in the evening and enjoy the sunset. And I definitely think I spent a lot of time at the beach. I think the most important takeaway from me from the program would be that I think I have gotten a rigorous amount of training for my career as an academician because of the way the program is structured. And so from a knowledge-based perspective, from a skill-based perspective, I definitely think I'm way better off at the end of the program than I was at the beginning of the program. And of course, the human connections that you make, and not just the professors in terms of professional connections, but also the friends that you make. I can now say I have friends from 6-7 different countries at the end of the program, and friends that I will hopefully hang on to till the end of my life. And I think that's a valuable statement to make.